Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to create very powerful natural link profiles, social signals, and much, much more. So I'm going to show you a few different options, and there's many, many different ways you can do this, but I'm going to show you some quick hit ways to create incredible link profiles, create incredible social signals, massive authority, and link juice to everything you do. So what we're going to do first of all is, once we've got our Backlink Commando all configured and looking great, I'm going to come over and I quickly create basically a catch-all email that I use for signing up for different social services. So for example, I'll do something like social at this test site, and I'm just going to give it a quick password. Actually, I should use a password generator or something like that because that's a very weak one. So I'm just going to give it a random number. Okay. There we go. And I'll just create that account. So now that I've got that, this is the account I want to use for creating social accounts, because in a lot of ways you get lots of email notifications, and when you're creating as many links and as much power as we have here, that's going to be a lot of email. So I don't recommend that you hook them up to your existing profiles, and because it just create a bit of a nightmare, to be quite honest. So once we've got that set up, one of the things I like to do is I'll go create an account over at a really cool site called If This Then That, or it's ifttt.com. And this is a very cool little way for me to connect and send out everything from social bookmarks to notifying my social networks, and it's absolutely free of charge. So all you do is, I've already logged in, but say for example I wanted to create a connection. So it's basically, if this happens, then do this. So in this case, I'm going to do if this, and then I'm going to grab from an RSS feed. If a new item on a feed exists, and I'll grab my feed from RSS here. So I'll grab my news feed here. So basically, if there's a new item on this feed, then do something else. And you can create multiple profiles here, but I'll give you an example. If this, then let's connect it to Facebook. So you would then hook it up to Facebook and it would automatically post. Now, again, going back, let me just show you some of the things you can then post to. For example, you could post it out to Bitly, Blogger, you could post it out to Delicious, Digo, and if you don't want to, you can go to each one of these places and create an account, or you can go and do what I do because I'm lazy. Again, I don't want to spend time doing drudge work, so what I do is I'll go to Fiverr and find someone to create these accounts for me, or hire someone off of the Warrior Forum or Freelancer, because honestly, I'm lazy in that regard. I don't want to go around spending hours creating accounts. I'll find someone to do it for me, and I'll show you some shortcuts for that in a few moments. So just to clarify, you can send it out to Buffer, you can send it out by RSS to email, and then you could have that go out to relay to your other post by email accounts if you want to. You could go to post to Facebook groups. Imagine the power of that. Join some very big communities, put out some real power resources, and post it right to Facebook groups, right in front of your audience. Or you can post it to Facebook pages. Feedly, which is a great service for getting your feeds notified. You can send it to Gmail if you want to, and then have that forwarded out to different accounts. You can have it sent out to LinkedIn. Hook up your LinkedIn account, and boom, all done. That's high authority links right there. Reddit, another great social bookmarking site. And again, all of this is absolutely free. Just takes a few moments to rumble through this. Here's Tumblr, Twitter, and they're adding sites all the time. Another one, Yammer or WordPress. Again, you instantly start creating all of these interconnections, and it all happens on autopilot just because you have this powerful feed and link ready to go. Now, a couple of other ways you can do this. You can also post to Facebook by email. Again, we've got that email transmission system. So all you do is, if you want to get your post by email address, is click on the star or the little cog symbol at the top right of any Facebook page, click settings, click on mobile, and then your post by email address is right there. You want to post by email to Twitter? No problem. You can use a service like Tweet Email. And that allows you, again, absolutely free, to take, and you get a special email, and then you just post to that, and it automatically posts to your Twitter. And there's many, many different blogs. If you check out LiveJournal, for example, WordPress, Tumblr, they all have post by email. You just have to look in the settings and grab your post by email and throw it into Backlink Commando, and it happens automatically. And with the RSS, you can do all sorts of other cool stuff as well. We'll get into that in a few moments. Let's take an example of setting up a few Blogger blogs where we want some authority content. So I've just created a new blog here. Let's go over to the settings for this blog. We'll have to go all the way down here, settings. And then you can see all of the different elements in here, but we're looking for the post by email. So here's the mobile and email section. And you can then put in a secret word here. For example, I could just put in BLC here. And you can see you've got sean.imse.blc@blogger.com. And then that automatically is your post by email. So there you go. That's one set up straight off the bat. So this is, again, you can also post using SMS and mobile messaging. We're going to maybe add that to Backlink Commando later on as well. Not many services support this yet, but we do like to be on the cutting edge of technologies. So you can see it's very, very powerful. Another way, say for example, you've got a WordPress.com blog, and I just created a test one right here. All you have to do is go into this blog's dashboard, come down to settings and writing, and then you've got the post by email. So to enable that, just click on the My Blogs link right here, and you have to create your post by email, which is right here. You see for this test blog here. So click here, and there is your private post by email. So I'm going to delete that right now, so we don't have lots of people posting to my test blog here, but you get the idea. Very, very simple, and you can create multiple blogs all around your niche, and boom, boom, boom. And again, you can also get someone to create them for you by just hiring someone on Fiverr. $5, and you've got them all done for you. Think about the headaches that saves. I love using Fiverr for micro jobs like this. There's so many people out there that will do all the hard work for you. You just tell them what you need, and off you go. Now, talking about Fiverr, one of the other things I like to do is create accounts on places like Hootsuite, Links Alpha, and another one I like a lot is OnlyWire. Again, this OnlyWire, for example, allows you to post out to 50 different networks. Now, again, these are paid services, but I'm going to mention them real quick because they are absolutely fantastic. Hootsuite allows you to connect to all sorts of different networks as well, and it's pretty cheap. It's only like $10 a month or something like that. But again, this is kind of why I'm sharing this here. So all you do is come, you see where we've got everything here, come down to your actual publisher side, and then you can see, okay, here's the RSS feeds. And then it says, okay, we've got no RSS feeds here yet. So again, come back to Backlink Commando, grab your link, and just literally click this, add link, done. And then you can say, hey, where would I like this to go to? Now, in this case, I've hooked up all of different Facebook groups, but you could post it to Twitter and all sorts of different things. You can check for a new post every, say, for example, 3 hours or something like that. Post one at a time, and then you can use a link shortener if you want to. And then I'm not actually going to add it here because this is one of my main ones, but that's all you would do. And then if you want to actually create all of the actual and connect up all your social networks, again, just come over to here and then click on your name at the top here. And then from down here, you just click add a social network, and you can see all the different ones it supports: Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Foursquare, WordPress. but there's lots and lots of other ones it supports as well. If you want to, you just click on the apps, which is in here, the app directory, and you can see it connects to all sorts of different networks as well. YouTube, Instagram, TrendSpotter. So if you want to send it out to SoundCloud, Instagram, Tumblr, again, you just connect all of these up and you're rocking and rolling. There's literally dozens upon dozens of different ways you can send those links out there. So that's very, very powerful with Hootsuite. Links Alpha, this one's only about, I think it's about $8 a month. But this can really power up everything you do. All you do is literally, I've got one account hooked up here at the moment, but you can connect, go to websites. It takes just a few seconds. And it says you haven't added a website yet. But let's just add a website. And this is where you'd put in your RSS feed again. Again, I love using RSS feeds because they're so powerful. They contain everything you need for link promotion. So just click that up. It takes just a few seconds because it goes through a validation process. So there you go. It's now added that. And then again, if we want to go adding networks, click on the networks button here and you can see all the different networks it supports. And again, it supports multiple ones at once. So again, just literally click. Say, for example, I'll click on Twitter. Maybe I'll add another Twitter account. It takes just a few seconds. And then you just click Add Twitter Account and just create multiples. For example, one thing that works very well is I will buy a whole load of seasoned Twitter accounts, again, maybe from Fiverr, and then use those to post out to create link profiles and social link juice. Very, very powerful and easy to do. So lots of different options. And with OnlyWire, it's the same deal. Let me just log in here. Okay, so I've logged in, I'm in the dashboard, and everything's hooked up. I've only got one here for this demo account. But again, all of these ones, these paid ones I've just mentioned, they're completely optional. I'm just showing you a different way of doing things in ways that you can add some power to everything you do. So all you need to do is come over to your feeds, click on plus, and then you can actually go and grab your feed. So again, just hooking up the feed. And I can add feed here, put that in there, add feed and continue, and takes just a few seconds, and no problem, you're all done. Then you can add a couple of tags if you want to, post to all networks, and then you're good to go. Just save that feed. Now, again, all done. You have to put a couple of little tags in there that kind of describes your industry and everything gets associated with that. But that's all you need to do. Once you're set up, you're off to the races. That's it. So some of those, again, whatever you want to do, it's completely up to you. But I should mention that on Fiverr, if you wanted to create an entire batch of OnlyWire accounts, for example, just go into OnlyWire or type OnlyWire and see what is out there. I always look for people who've been in the industry for a while or they've got a good reputation. So if I look at the bottom here, let me see. Let me order it by highest rating. And see, okay, complete OnlyWire setup in 2 days. Joined over 3 years ago, so this is someone who's had a lot of orders. That's pretty good. And they would give me 50 accounts set up. Let's have a look and see. 45 accounts listed in OnlyWire, verification for them on the main account, and all done. So one thing I do recommend is if you add a profile pic, location information, and bio information, that's always good to make sure those accounts stay up. And again, that's all done for you for $5, $10, $15. And they'll also add in a website link. That's a very good service. And again, considering how much time that saves, that's incredible. Let's have a look, see if there's anything for Links Alpha, just for an example. I'm kind of curious if there's any gigs for that. I will create 10 Link Alpha accounts with 3 networks added in it because Links Alpha does offer a free service as well. So there you go. That's awesome. And let's have a look. That's a new arrival, but it's well worth giving a look to see if they'll do that. And again, lots and lots of options. You can try a lot of these services out, add all that power to your setup, and just be rocking and rolling all the way. That's what I really love about this service. It's as flexible, as simple as you want it to be. If you want maximum power, just dig into it. All the power is there. All you have to do is connect it up and let Backlink Commando do all the hard work for you. It might take a little while to set up all of those extras. They are optional, but they give you a lot more authority, a lot more power. And again, one thing I should mention is if you have, for example, this is my Blogger account, okay? And if I go to actually view the blog, and say, for example, this is my blog and I want all my bits and pieces off here, I can get my RSS feed from here and tie this directly into Backlink Commando. So say, for example, I grab this, and I should be able to see in the source code real quick. If you want to find your RSS, it's usually right at the top here, something like this. This is my RSS feed. Maybe you've already got some Blogger blogs or something like that. You see, that's my Blogger blog. There's nothing in here right now. But let me just show you this in action. I'm going to replace that. So there's me putting my Blogger blog one in here. And now, every time that Backlink Commando does a check for the RSS feeds, any new posts will be pulled in here and again added to the link queue. You can create an infinite loop of RSS promotion and links and everything else. So lots and lots of options here. And that's one of the really cool things about Backlink Commando. It gives you all that power just at the click of a button, and you can literally create an incredible amount of authority links, high power links for everything you do. So there you go. That's it for this video. You've seen the power. You can see some of the extras here. And again, if you've got the Pro version, I should also mention that we've got the third-party tools in here. We've got some, Link Pipeline Pro, OnlyWire Direct Posting, Backlinks Indexer, Linklicious. Some of these are a little more expensive. Like Link Pipeline is about $27 a month. Backlinks Indexer depends on the plan you get, and same with Linklicious. They can be cheap, like $15 a month, all the way up to 100 or a couple of hundred if you want really, really, really big power. But it's really up to you. And again, all of these paid services that we've mentioned, they are completely optional. But again, for the power users out there like me, I always want to give you a little bit of extra flexibility. If you want to add some extra horsepower, hey, it's well worth looking at. So with that being said, let's get out of here. Let's get on to the next video, and I'll see you in that video very shortly.